What is your name?
Hi, my name is Boomer Shannon. I'm a representative for the California Libertarian Party.
And what are you doing here today?
I'm out here actually protesting. I've got a sign here.
Sweet.
And we're out here doing the tax protest because, you know, taxes are bad. People don't realize that, you know, in order for the United States to exist, individuals have to be sovereign. And what that means is that everyone is free. They're not owned by any individual or any entity or anything like that. So what taxes do is basically, you know, it gets at your money, the things that you work for, the fruits of your labor, before you even get a chance to use them. You know, here in the United States, we have a tax rate from the time that you make your dollar to you spend your dollar, and that is ridiculously high. It's in the 50%. By the time you pay for your income tax, you pay for your sales tax, you pay for your property taxes, you pay for the fines and fees to use the roads and to have a car and all those things. It's very important that we stand up and identify ourselves as sovereign individuals and do not let anybody own us.
You had a couple good points at what was it, Tuesday's meeting with
the Constitution meeting, yeah.
Correct. What is your part? Where can we find you?
Where can you find the Libertarian Party? Well,
yes.
Of course you can find our national party at LP.org. LP.org. Our local county, the San Bernardino County Libertarian Party, has SBCLP.org, which is SBCLP.org, San Bernardino County Libertarian Party.org. So you can find us there. There's all kinds of meetups. Libertarians are everywhere, and they're mad right now. They're trying to go out there. They're trying to recruit for people. So it's very important that you hear what they've got to say. Libertarian philosophy is steeped in ideals and foundations that people are free individuals. So it's very important that you go out and talk to a libertarian, do any study, go to Wikipedia, go to a library, go wherever you can to find out about such an important cause.
Is today's rally about Obama, Congress in general? Is there any particular?
For me?
Yes.
No. For me, it's actually going out there and trying to find people that are pissed off and don't know any better. There are so many people that are stuck in the two-party duopoly. They're Republican or they're Democrat, and there's no other place in between. So it's very important that people like myself, who are huge advocates of the third party, go out there and find them.
Everybody thinks that voting for a third party is wasted vote. What do you say about that?
Well, I think that argument is phallus, and if we're allowed to make phallus arguments, I'll say that voting for a third party counts 2 or 3 times, because of the fact that you're telling the right and left paradigm that you don't want that anymore. So if we're going to talk about phallus arguments, that's okay. But here in America, where we have a republic and a democracy, both of them actually, here the democracy end of that, your vote does count. Every single vote that you make for propositions, for your local candidates, for your city council, all those things do count. It is a one-person, one-vote system, and saying that we vote for third parties a wasted vote is an absolute fallacy.
That's because to me, it's because nobody researches. Other than the 2 major evils really out there.
Sure.
Because they don't know much about the Libertarian Party.
Yes.
There's a Constitutionalist Party, and there's a couple other parties out there nobody does research on. What can you tell me about the candidates that you guys are putting forth today?
Well, this year we've got a couple of great candidates. Dale Ogden, who ran for Lieutenant Governor for the Libertarian Party a couple of years in a row, is running for governor this year. That's looking really good. You have Christina Tobin, who's running for Secretary of State. If you were to ask me, and I've got a pretty educated understanding of who needs to be in candidacy and who doesn't, Christina Tobin is one of the most well-qualified state secretary candidates that we can possibly Secretary of State. I got it reversed. Secretary of State candidates you could possibly have. She's worked with the Free and Equal Foundation, which is all for voter reform, making sure that people are able to vote and identify their vote and have some kind of tangibility. She's also against Proposition 14, the Jungle Primary Initiative, which basically will reduce the amount of choice people have in the voting booth.
Who are you guys going to put forth in the 2012 election?
You know what? The Libertarian Party is a caucus party. The caucus party is something that's kind of died out in the last couple of years. The Republicans and Democrats in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and even before then were a caucus party. They got together in convention and they talked about who they wanted and they talked about why this person was strong and why this person isn't. Well, they don't do that anymore. They have the Republican Central Committees that are completely, the Republican Central Committee and the Democratic Committees that are completely, totally cut off from their voter population, and they don't know anything about their candidates. All they see is the DNR on the ballot, and that's what they check, and we need to kill that paradigm.
Exactly. Who's running here locally for governor, did you say?
Dale Ogden.
Dale Ogden. We'll have to take a good look at him.
Dale Ogden, yeah, he's a good guy. I know him personally. He's a very good libertarian. He's all about limited government, limited spending. He wants to make sure that the deficit is taken care of. All of our unfunded liabilities, we do have responsibility to take, and that's one of the things that he's been talking about.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Right on. That was good.